Hi guys, my name is Nicole and welcome back to my channel. And I thought it would be fun to do a roasted chicken today because I made a roasted chicken last week. It was so simple and I was so surprised how delicious it came out. Even my kids loved it. It was like finger licking good. And it's so easy, guys. I think anybody could do this recipe, and it has a lot of things that I think most people would already have in their pantry. Okay, so I have a chicken right here. Just to let you guys know, I'm gonna be recording myself because my husband, he's been working a lot, so he's not gonna record me today, so just bear with me. So right here I have a chicken, a whole chicken. It's in my sink. And I weighed it, it's 6 pounds. And I just took out the giblets. It was inside, right here, inside the cavity. I just took it out. I don't know, can you guys see that? Inside this cavity, there was this little package. This is like the giblets. So I just took it out and it had some ice inside. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the cold water and I'm just gonna put some cold water in there and take out all the ice. I'm just gonna rinse it out. And by the way, I did take out this chicken an hour ago, so it was been in room temperature for about an hour, maybe like 45 minutes. Okay. And then once you do that, once you take out the ice, there's some extra skin right here that I'm just gonna take off. Do you see that? I'm just gonna take it off with some scissors. With some kitchen scissors. And just this part too. Just so it could look more pretty. Okay, just like that. Take out all the water. Now, I have some paper towels right here. I'm just gonna pat this chicken dry all the way. Because butter and water does not mix well. We want the butter to coat the chicken. We're gonna put butter on this chicken. We want it to coat well, or else it's just gonna keep separating. So you wanna make sure it's dried well, or as much as you can. And I'm going to put it on my roasting pan. So here's my roasting pan. Okay. I have my chicken right there. Now, I'm going to put it to the side. Excuse me, right here I have some unsalted butter. I always buy unsalted butter, and I have 2 sticks. And I did not let this get to room temperature, so I just put it in the microwave. I cut it up into little pieces and then I put it in the microwave and it melted a little bit, but that's okay because we're just gonna mash it together. And again, I have a 6-pound chicken, a whole chicken. Okay, we're just gonna mash it together. And just like that. And I'm gonna put some salt and pepper. So right here, you're just gonna put some salt and pepper, enough that you think the chicken is going to be coated on. You could put the salt and pepper directly onto the chicken, but I think this way is better. That way you know when you smother the butter on the chicken, it's gonna be coated evenly. So yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you how much salt and pepper I put. Make sure your hands are clean so you could taste the butter. And now I'm gonna season my chicken, and it's with things that I think almost everybody's gonna have, and it's gonna be so good. I personally think it's better than the rotisserie chickens from the store. So I'm gonna show you how I season the chicken. Alright. So that's my butter. And I'm gonna put enough pepper that I think the whole chicken is going to be coated in. Again, it might look like a lot, but you have to think this is for the whole chicken. And you need to season it very generously, or else your chicken is going to be very bland. Okay, so that's, I don't know, that's how much black pepper I'm gonna put. And then I'm gonna put the salt. So that's about 5 big pinches of kosher salt. I don't know, maybe like a teaspoon or 2, maybe a tablespoon. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put a little bit more just because we're gonna smother the chicken with our hands, and some of it is gonna get in our hands, so it's gonna lose a lot of the seasoning. Now we're gonna put some garlic powder, and you're gonna season it generously. Like that. And I have some onion powder. Can you see that? This one, you're gonna season it generously too. This is the onion powder. Now I'm gonna put some paprika. This paprika is very important because this is what's gonna make your chicken go like a nice brown color, because this is for color. So you can put as much as you like. Well, that's good enough for me. And you could put whatever herbs you want. I'm gonna put some basil and some thyme. Dried basil and some dried thyme. So I'm just gonna put enough to give it a little color. Like you can see green specks. And now you can mix it all together. Just like this. Mix it pretty good. And then at this part you could taste it. Okay, I like the way it tastes. Okay. And now we're gonna smother it onto the chicken. So can you guys see? Like this. I'm gonna put it all over the chicken, guys. Okay, this is where you're gonna get dirty. So I'm just gonna grab it and I'm gonna start in the bottom. And it's okay if there's a little bit of water. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna smother it. Just gonna get more butter. And it's very important that the butter is warm so it could spread smoothly. I'm just gonna get all of the butter out of the bowl. And you could even put some of this butter inside the cavity right here, where that package of stuff was inside. That looks beautiful. Okay, and then you want to take out as much of the butter off of your fingers. You don't want to waste none of it. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, so I'm gonna put this chicken to the side, guys. And I'm gonna get my potatoes. I have some little potatoes, and actually they're like different colored potatoes that I found at the store. They're little, and you could get whatever potatoes you like. You could get whatever potatoes you like. If they're bigger, just cut them in half or in quarters, whatever size you think is gonna be better. These are little, so I'm not gonna cut them because they are gonna roast in the oven with the chicken, and I don't want them to burn. So I think this is the perfect size. But if you do have a bigger potato, you could cut them in half or in quarters, whatever you like. But I'm just gonna leave these whole because they're little bitty potatoes. And I have some olive oil. Drizzle a little bit on the potatoes. Not too much, because remember there's going to be butter in the pan from the chicken. So it's going to be, everything's going to be coated. And we're just going to drizzle, we're just going to sprinkle some salt and pepper. Okay. I don't like too much pepper, but you want to season potatoes generously with salt because potatoes absorb a lot of salt. And they're very bland. And I'm just going to put a little bit of garlic powder, just a little bit, and a little bit of onion powder, not too much. And I'm just going to toss it all together. Okay, I'm just gonna put the potatoes around the chicken. Do not put no potatoes in your chicken because they're not gonna be cooked. So you just want to spread them out everywhere around the chicken. Now I'm gonna wash my hands again. So the chicken is gonna look something like this. Okay, and I did preheat my oven to 370 degrees. And now we're gonna put it inside the oven. And if you could see, I put my rack in the middle. So now Okay guys, so you want to check the chicken anywhere between an hour and 25 minutes to an hour and 35 minutes. It really depends on the size of your chicken and also how long it was outside at room temperature for. Excuse me. So it's already been an hour and 35 minutes for me. So I'm gonna check my chicken. I'm just gonna put you guys right here so you guys can see the chicken. Alrighty. That looks beautiful. And I'm gonna get my digital thermometer. I'm gonna turn it on. And I'm gonna stick it in. So it's already at 1:30-ish, 1:32. So I'm just gonna baste the chicken with some of the juices from the bottom of the pan. And you wanna crank, right now you wanna crank up the heat to about 400, maybe 405-ish, whatever you want. And in the last half an hour, since it's almost done cooking, because we want it to reach 165 at least. 165 so we know it's fully cooked. So we're just going to baste the chicken with olive juices. And then we're going to put it back in the oven for a half an hour. Until it's fully cooked. Okay, so that looks beautiful. Let me take this baby out. Make sure you wash your thermometer since it's still raw. I'm going to put it back in the oven to 400 degrees, guys. So it's already been 30 minutes since we put the chicken in. And now we want to make sure it's fully cooked to 165 degrees. So we're going to check the chicken out. Okay. That looks good. Hear that butter sizzle? I'm going to put the thermometer in there. And we want it to reach 165 degrees. Yep, it's already 165 degrees. Okay, so since it's already fully cooked, I'm gonna get some of this butter and I'm just gonna baste it one more time just so that it can look nice and glossy. Doesn't that look beautiful? And then I'm gonna get some foil paper and I'm gonna cover it for at least 15 minutes. I'm gonna leave it covered for 15 minutes to half an hour. It's very important to let the chicken rest so that it can stay moist, because if you cut it right now, all the juices are gonna run out of the chicken. And if you let it rest, all the juices will stay inside and the chicken will stay moist. Okay guys, so it's already been 15 minutes since I let the chicken rest and I cannot wait any longer just because I'm so impatient. Let's take a look at our chicken. Can you see that? looks beautiful. Look at all the juices from the butter and the chicken. You could definitely make a gravy with that juice. I'm not going to make a gravy. I just want to eat it just like that. That looks beautiful. Okay, so the first thing I usually do is I take off the legs. So you just want to like crack it like this. And then you're going to see the bone. Here. You're going to see the bone. And then you're going to cut right there at the end of the bone. And it comes right off. Just like that. See that? It's nice and clean. That looks beautiful. Do the same thing with this one. So I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit until I see it crack, until I see a little bone. You see the bone right here? And then I just cut right through it. That looks beautiful. Okay, and then we're gonna cut the chicken breast. Puppy, you wanna taste the chicken?
Just a tiny piece. You're hungry, you know.
See how juicy that looks?
No.
That looks so good. Hold on. It's so good, guys. Okay, so we're gonna taste this. This is how it looks. I just got a little bit of everything. I'm gonna save the chicken legs for my kids because they love the chicken leg, but I'm gonna try the chicken breast. And I love the purple potatoes. The potatoes are so soft, guys. They're so buttery and delicious. So good. So good, guys. This is so easy, guys. This is so easy, guys, and so good. You guys should definitely try it. And hope you guys like this video. Bye. See you later.